Thousands of people have become sick and 33 people have died as a result of vaping. Now health experts are scrambling to find out what's behind this epidemic. It also has us asking questions in this morning's edition of Better Health.
It's time for Better Health, and I'm here with health expert Beth Coker with Asante. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning.
And this morning we have Dr. Mohammed. So we are talking about the dangers of vaping today.
And Dr. Mohammed, the CDC reports that there have been at least 12 deaths thus far in the United States and over 1,000 documented severe lung cases from vaping or e-cigarette usage. What is the danger of this?
So the most immediate danger is this mysterious illness where we had more than 1,000 cases of severe lung disease. And we're talking about, acute lung illness that's happening within a few days to weeks of vaping. And we've had fatalities. Most of those cases ended up in the hospital. We've seen this both with nicotine vaping and THC, but it's been more often with THC vaping. It's not very well understood exactly what the cause for it at this point. There's multiple theories, but definitely proves that vaping is not something safe.
So people can suffer them from severe tremors and unable to breathe, that kind of side effects from this respiratory illness.
Yeah, you start with cough, difficulty breathing. There has been cases where they're required to be on mechanical ventilation and support for their breathing. In some cases, they found fat droplets. In some cases, they suspect it's heat or chemicals in the vape that's causing the disease.
Now, many people believe that e-cigarettes are just a little bit safer than regular cigarettes. Is that true?
That's a difficult question because we had a very long time to study nicotine and smoking, while we did not really have much of a time to study e-cigarettes. And there's not any uniform type of e-cigarettes. There are different types of manufacturers, different types of chemicals in those e-cigarettes, so they're not all the same. So I think in time we're going to find more and more dangers of vaping. So I think the safest thing to say is that they are not safe, but it's not fair to compare them to something we've studied for such a long time.
And young people are really picking up this habit because they want to look a little bit older than they really are, and they think it's just water vapor that they're smoking in these e-cigarettes. Is that the case?
No, it's not. Those e-cigarettes have chemicals in them that they get heated, and then that produces the smoke. Usually things like glycol, glycerol, diacetate, and when those chemicals are heated, they transform to different chemicals, and some of them are potential carcinogens. So we wouldn't see, cancers or prove that for another 20 or 30 years sometimes. So it will take time before we can actually confirm those dangers. And the biggest problem is it's affecting young adults and teenagers, where about, at this point, 27% of young adult high schoolers are vaping, and a great percentage of them actually turn to become smokers.
So there is a danger of long-term lung disease from using e-cigarettes?
I believe so. It's not been studied well yet, but I think in the next few years or decades we're going to find out.
Right, so talk to those young people, let them know that we're not even quite sure what the potential long-term dangers could be. Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.